particular?
Man, probably just his dominance on the court. Seeing, obviously everybody that plays in college, they kind of have that experience in high school, but seeing that at a college level is different. I played against a lot of guys and they didn't have that kind of effect where they could completely take over the game. I haven't really seen anything like that before.
What have you learned waiting around for kind of until this play where you finally get to be a major, maybe the go-to guy down the post?
Well, two things. First off, patience. I think that everybody wants to come in and get a lot of touches and play the way that they want to play. So I think patience is one of them, but also knowing that I have to do my job really well, whatever that job that the coach gives me. So both of those things.
Do you think you improved your other skills, maybe passing last year, just being with Zach?
Yeah, for sure. Passing, shooting. Obviously my goals were to play in the NBA, and so in order to do that, I had to improve on those skills. Yeah.
Trey, how would you kind of describe your mindset this year? I know you put a lot of focus on your mind this offseason.
Trying to be a little bit more of a leader, but I think for me it's just trying to stay level-headed, trying to stay consistent, no matter through the ups and downs for me, but also with the team. When you're that leader, you kind of have to be. When you're not feeling good that day, you can't let it affect other, especially the freshmen. So I think I had to grow in that area, especially to lead the freshmen.
Coach Painter said a couple times we were just talking to him about you, he's worked really hard for this opportunity. How would you define the opportunity that you have? What does that word mean to you right now?
Man, it means everything. To be honest with you, I've waited so long for this. Like you said, I have put in a lot of work for this, so I'm just excited. I don't want to waste it for sure.
Trey, other than the beard, how's Braden different?
I think he's a lot more aggressive this year. I didn't know. Obviously, he was always a tremendous player. I didn't know he was the shot maker that he is. Especially in open gym, the parts that you haven't seen yet. He's hitting some really, really crazy shots, and he's just an extremely good basketball player. It's hard not to, if you're on his team or defending against him, it's hard not to just kind of watch and be like, you kind of know.
How have you two kind of coalesced and pick and roll? And what can that sort of unlock in you?
Really, it's just depending on whatever the other team's going to do. Me, I'm good in the short roll, so whether it's getting him, off ball and have him coming off screens, so we get those butlers and handoffs and stuff like that. But I think me, it's just when teams double him, when teams put two guys on him, being able to get the ball and make reads myself.
The different combinations that are possible in the front court, whether you want to play bigger or smaller, how helpful is it to have a backcourt like Fletcher and Braden, who have been doing this at a really high level now for
Yeah. I think they bring two things. Obviously incredible shot making ability, and so that's going to help all the bigs in post up situations and in flip ups. It's going to be hard for you to bump, but also just think experience. When you have guards that know how to get the ball to the bigs but also get their own, it just opens up everything for the whole team.
Watching Braden rebound, it seemed like he was getting really high. What's his ability to rebound as a guard? Just how would you rate that?
It's elite. For his size, but also just anybody that plays the point guard position. I don't know how many rebounds he averaged last year, but I bet he's one of the best rebounding guards in the country. So the numbers speak for themselves there.
A lot of people talk about that freshman to sophomore jump. Just what have you seen from Miles in terms of going from that freshman year to coming into practice this summer and this fall?
Probably just a little bit more aggression. He knows that he has to step up. He's going to be more of a scorer, and so he's waiting for his opportunity. So I'm glad that he's kind of attacking and making it worth it.
So you're used to leading by example. Is that something you're trying to kind of come out of your shell, or have you been encouraged to do that?
Well, yeah, I'm always going to do that, but just more of trying to lead by my voice, not just my actions. I think that was focus this year. I'm naturally more of an introvert, but coach always says your daily voice can't be your voice on the floor, and so I've tried to pick up talking about it.
For lack of a better term, is it fun to think about how you guys might be able to confound teams or cause teams problems with the versatility this year and the fact that you can match up with so many different groups?
I think it is. I think that part's a lot of fun. But it just obviously depends on the team. Like last year, it was obviously when you have the best player in the country and the best player in the last 20, 30 years, like it didn't really matter what the other team did. But yeah, now having a team that, we can go small ball, we can go big, we can do a lot of different things, it is going to be kind of cool. We can speed the game up, we can slow it down. So just having all those pieces, and that's a credit to Coach Payne for really talented players.
It seems like those pieces are how this team can kind of craft its identity that maybe sets it apart from like it did the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What's the secret sauce for you as a shooter this year, 3-point and foul line? I know you worked a lot on your delivery this offseason. Is it a mechanical thing? Is it what's going to lead to your success in that regard?
I just think, being consistent with my work, and then mentally just always being there, having confidence. It seems like obvious things, but so I think those are it. So just continue to work on them, and then when you get to the line, when you get open shots, taking them.
Yeah. For a lot of guys, it's about being ready to shoot, looking to shoot. Is that kind of your mentality sometimes this year when you've got the ball around the 3-point line?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think especially my 3-point shot is really improved this year. I've put a lot of time in the off season, so Coach always says, "Why do you put all those shots up if you're not going to shoot them in a game?" So.
We talked